It all started when Karen, a notorious HOA member, noticed a suspicious-looking spot in my yard. She immediately jumped to the conclusion that I was planning to install an illegal pool, despite the fact that there was no pool in the plans and, in fact, no space for one. A few weeks prior, I had submitted plans for a small garden and some minor landscaping, which had all been approved by the HOA board. But Karen, known for her obsession with policing the neighborhood, was determined to find something wrong. One evening, I was having a quiet dinner with my family when I saw Karen marching down the street with a letter in hand, her face red with anger. She came straight to my door, demanding that I stop any construction on my property immediately. With an exaggerated gesture, she waved her letter at me, claiming that I was breaking HOA rules by building a pool. Of course, I couldn't help but laugh. The absurdity of it all, especially knowing that the so-called pool she was referring to was nothing more than an area where I planned to install a few shrubs, was just too much to ignore. Seeing that I wasn't taking her seriously, Karen's frustration grew. She threatened to sue me for violating the HOA rules, even though no such violation existed. I calmly explained that there was no pool and no violation. This only fueled her rage, and she stormed off, vowing to make my life a living nightmare. Little did I know, that was only the beginning. The following day, Karen called the cops on me, claiming that I was ignoring her warnings and causing a disruption in the neighborhood. When the officers arrived, I was still chuckling at the ridiculousness of the situation. After a few minutes of confusion, the officers realized there was no pool, no construction, and certainly no crime. In fact, they left the scene laughing, telling Karen that her complaint had been a waste of their time. But Karen wasn't done yet. She proceeded to file a lawsuit citing damage to the HOA's reputation and deliberate defiance of their authority. The entire neighborhood saw through her nonsense, though, and many of the neighbors rallied behind me, speaking out against her ridiculous crusade. In the end, Karen's case was thrown out, but the damage was done. She became the laughingstock of the community, while I walked away with the satisfaction of knowing that standing up to her had been the right move.